Hello guys, this is Christian Norman, aka Primate Alpha. Uh, Not going to do any fancy stuff here. I'm just going to address a problem with a possible solution, I guess. Just sipping coffee here as well, so you will get those noises that you like so much. Just sizing the window here. Not that it is important for this topic, but yeah, well, getting to the point. This little short tutorial here or explanation is addressing the issue of quads and even distribution and shading, some shading issues that might occur, and the reason for triangulation, etc. I don't think I have seen anyone explain it in this way. There are many ways to explain it. Usually they don't. Usually they tell you that you should work with quads and you should distribute evenly these quads. There are problems with quads, but they are usually solved by triangulation, which if you are probably aware of this, but if you import an object with quads, or actually, maybe it even happens in the background while you're working with a model. But if you're working with quads, you're actually working with not directly but indirectly. You're working with triangles, because that's how the graphic cards handle these things. I'm actually unsure if when you work with quads in a program like 3D software like Blender, if it actually works with the quads or triangles in the background, but it probably does, because that's how the GPU handles it, and probably even if you don't use a GPU for the processing. So yeah, sipping coffee here. Sorry for that. For the a bit unsure about that actually, how it works, but I'm going to give you a little demonstration here. I'm going to delete this object because because Blender tutorial always starts with that. Not always, but well, they're not important for this little demonstration here. So first off, we are going to create a plane. Yeah, I'm talking Swedish here as well, a little bit. Then we're going to duplicate it, and this is again, it's just for the purpose of demonstration. Okay, we can do it in this direction. Let's even do this. Press 7 to get it top down. Get a top down view, and then we're going to grab it and then going to move it in the X direction. I'm going to hold down Control because I want it even and properly distributed. This is not. This part is absolutely not about distributing quads or anything. It's just for setting it up so that I can give you a short demonstration here. And maybe we don't need 3 of those either. So, well, here these are quads. They have 4 vertices, 4 vertex points, and well, this thing about even distribution is, well, they usually say it's about the deformation and stuff like that. If you're going to animate an object, if you're going to bend a knee or an elbow or whatever, you should probably avoid poles and guns and triangles as much as you can, especially in those areas where there is where deformation is going to occur. So what am I going to show you here? Well, this here you have a flat polygon, a polygon with four vertices. And well, first of all, before we go further here, I'm going to do something with this one. I'm going to make it a triangle by merging these two, collapsing them like that. So this one is comprised of 3 vertices. And this other one here, got to flip between the modes here. This one is comprised of 4 vertices. So what I'm going to show you here is if I do about the flatness and the even distribution and all of that. If I if I grab this one and do this, now it's not flat anymore, which means that there is no edge going from here to here. It doesn't have that geometry. Now it actually seems like there is an edge there, but there is no edge. This can lead to some problems because it's not flat. There isn't enough geometry to really well, the shader does something with it. It looks okay actually, but it isn't. So I'm going to try to get to make it even more uneven here. If I manage to do that. Yeah, it does a lot of weird things here. So which it actually it can't do because there is no edge. There is no edge running from this vertex here to this one. May look okay, but again, it actually isn't. And actually, you can see that because there's no distinction here. It's just it's flat. It's interpolating how to display this to the viewer, which is me in this case, and you. So, well, let's see if I do this. Now it's probably even more uneven, and it still handles it okay, but again, doesn't really know what to do with this, so it makes an interpretation here and an interpolation. So we could make it to triangles with a knife tool here. Could look this and enter, and instantly you see the shading. Now it has more geometry. So now that you see a clear distinction here in color in tone between these two polygons here, because now it's 2 polygons actually. We divided it, so this chord. So now it's 2 polygons, both triangles. The thing about I hope I showed it clear enough. Actually, as I mentioned, the shader it interpolates between the vertices, so that you get something, but it's actually not correct. It's not physically correct if you or physically based. Maybe a better word for it, because of course we're not really talking about physics here. It's physically based. But here, as I said again, here you see a clear distinction between this one is darker, this one is lighter, and it's not just about the lighting. It's actually the shader knows what to do with it. That's the point here. And if I do like this and we go back, so I go into edge mode here, mark this one and dissolve it. Oh, that didn't work very well. Let's try to delete it instead. Will that work? Okay. Well, usually works by dissolving these things, but not now. It doesn't like that at all. Okay, let's delete it. So, and yeah, we delete it, and then, well, now it's empty. It's just the corners, really. So what we could do, we could just fill this with the F2 add-on. I have the F2 add-on activated, and then now we can just press F to fill this, and we're back. And yes, as you can see, there is no distinction here, and this polygon, this quad is it's not even, it's not flat. It's not flat, so it just interpolates what it doesn't see, what it doesn't have. So it actually looks quite okay, but really this edge here that doesn't exist, it moves. It's not consistent. If you move the camera, the edge moves. it like, yeah, it can get really weird. This is actually not the best example, but yeah, I hope I explained it well enough anyhow. So maybe to demonstrate it further, we could try to change the shading actually of this object here. Shade smooth. What does that do? Not very much. Not very much with this one. Auto smooth. Well, that should work even better, of course. And what auto smooth does, it uses the normals of the actually, where are those? Well, we have to enter edit mode. So here, yeah. If I'm not remembering it incorrectly, it uses these normals, split normals of the vertices for the shading. So it's defaulted. The default value for the angle is 30 degrees, but I'm not going to go into that in this demonstration. What I want to address is this issue with flat polygons and shading issues that might occur. And I will go further with this. I will demonstrate shade flat. It doesn't matter in this case. It's not very complex geometry. So, well, I will further demonstrate this by getting over to this one, which is a triangle. And if we start moving this around, as far as the shading goes, it doesn't really matter what we do to these. because triangles, they always stay flat. They always stay flat. This is always going to be flat. What doesn't matter what we do to it. It will remain flat at all times. So no shading issues with this one per se. It's never gonna occur. Shader knows what to do with it at all times. And this is what is used for games, game engines. They usually convert everything, all geometry, to triangles, and for good reason actually, because yeah, it's probably faster to calculate it and everything, but also triangles always stay flat, no matter how you move these vertices. It's always going to stay flat. There will be no weird shading issues occurring. Uh, Ever. Well, there might be, but that could have other reasons, but not because of this, because this is always going to stay flat. Unlike the quad here. Might be a bit of a surprise. I won't use the other word. Whether there is another word for it, but yeah, something does something to your mind. It's like a weird things that is difficult to grasp. But this one is yeah, you see it, and it simulates or interpolates or interprets an edge that doesn't exist here. There is no edge. This it looks okay actually, but it's not correct because there is nothing here. So this is actually bending in a way, but it looks flat, which it isn't. It's not flat. It's actually pretty uneven. Um, but it renders it pretty okay actually. But so maybe not the best example, maybe not the best demonstration. We could go further. We could could extrude this one. Could extrude this edge here, like just in the X direction. Hold down Control to make it even. And we could go further. We could. Oh, that's wrong. We could like extrude it more. In the Y direction. Hold down Control. And we could subdivide it. Where do we have that one? Mesh. Edge subdivide. Yeah. So get some more geometry here. Now these are quads, of course. So, but I will still try to distribute it unevenly. Can go one more. So see if we can get. Maybe it will be difficult actually, but see if we can get some shading problems here. Shading issues. Just moving vertices around here. Try to get it to see if we can find some issues with the shader. Yeah, here we have it. Okay, good, good. It actually handles it quite well, but yeah, maybe it actually even does something in the background here that we don't see. But you can see it flips. You see it flip. So here it looks straight. There is still something going on because here between this vertex and this one, there is no edge, but it creates one. So it's not correct. Actually, it doesn't. It does something with it, but that edge there does not exist. What we should see this one, this vertex, even if we do this, but we don't. So there you can see an example of how it handles, how it interpolates between these vertices here. So it does something, and actually what this means is that we lose control. I could make this transparent. Now we see it, and we see a faint silhouette of an edge here that doesn't exist, that we didn't create. So we have no control over it. I hope this explains some of the issues with quads, with geometry, with modeling or shading, actually shading, where we lose control, and why triangulation can solve certain problems actually, because of this that I just demonstrated here. This edge that actually doesn't exist. So there is no geometry here that we created, so we have no control over it really. If you want to control it, we can of course we can do this, of course. Not recommended in every scenario, but instantly you can also see the change. And so if I go back here, it looks flat, but it really isn't, because it doesn't have any geometry here. There is no edge going here. Maybe it will simulate it somehow to make it look like physically correct, but still isn't. It's nothing that we created, so we have no control over it really. So and if I do this instantly, it changes, so this side become much darker, much closer to this one here, this triangle here, and this becomes lighter, or maybe it stays the same, but no, actually it becomes lighter here. And now we have control over it. I'm not saying we have complete control. There could still be issues with it if we use it in a whole model. But now we know what. Now we know what it does. More or less, we have more control over it because we added geometry. We added an edge here, and if I go back here we lose control. So yeah. Again, I hope I gave you some understanding of the problems that can occur with quads and shading, and again why triangulation can actually solve some problems. Absolutely can. Not triangulation per se, but rather if you use these polygons in in the wrong way for when it comes, especially when it comes to deformation, and but also shading. It can cause problems where you lose control over your model or the geometry. So that's what I wanted to show here. Um, I usually don't post videos like this, but I wanted to show this one because I thought it was maybe, hopefully, a good way to demonstrate some of the issues surrounding geometry and topology. Thank you for watching. Have a great whatever evening, night, wherever you may be, etc. Okay, have a nice one. Bye bye.